Okay, so where do the Las Vegas Raiders go from here? The Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. The Los Angeles Chargers just made the playoffs, and the Denver Broncos just hired Sean Payton to be their head coach, so you know they're going to be better. It's definitely not getting easier for the Raiders in the tough AFC West. They have to catch up with the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. For that to happen, a lot of things have to go well for the Silver and Black. Of course, a great offseason is necessary, but there are also some Raiders that need to step up and prove themselves this year. They have a few stars in their prime, and those primes don't need to be wasted. We don't want to see another complete blow-up and rebuild, do we? Well, in order for this offseason to be great, GM Dave Ziegler has to step up, prove himself, and make it great. In New England with the Patriots, Bill Belichick was the GM. Ziegler was a personnel man that never had final say on anything, so he doesn't get credit for the 3 Super Bowls the Patriots won during his time there. So far in Las Vegas, he has proven nothing. I thought he did something with the Devontae Adams trade, but quarterback Derek Carr made that happen. Ziegler declined running back Josh Jacobs' 5th-year option, brought in Brandon Bolden and Amir Abdullah, and drafted 2 running backs. 5 running backs is a lot for an NFL roster, so something didn't go right. Then there's the money wasted on Chandler Jones. $17 million for 4.5 sacks, and he has another $17 million guaranteed this year. Corner Rock Ya-Sin was a solid signing that I hope extends this offseason, and fellow corner Anthony Averett doesn't look like a keeper. Picking up interior defensive lineman Jerry Tillery helped the defense last year. More on him later. But overall, ain't nothing impressive about what Ziegler has done so far, so he has much to prove. The new regime really likes Tillery, so I'm assuming the Raiders are going to re-sign him. But Tillery flamed out as a first-round pick for the Los Angeles Chargers. I think that was on the Chargers coaching staff, though. They had him playing on the edge a lot of the time, making me wonder what they were trying to do with him. Either way, the Raiders picked him up on waivers, played him exclusively at interior defensive lineman, and they got something out of him. Before he got there, the Raider defense was giving up 25.1 points per game and had 10 sacks over the first 9 games. When he got there, they gave up 20.5 points per game and had 15 sacks in his first 6 games on the team. In the final 2 games of the season, middle linebacker Denzel Perryman got injured, so the Raiders gave up 169 yards rushing per game, leading them to giving up 34 points per game the final 2 games of the season. Tillery needs to prove that his impact on the Raider defense is sustainable, he could reach his potential as an interior defensive lineman, and the Chargers were straight up wrong. Another Raider defensive player that has so much to prove is slot corner Nate Hobbs. He was the best slot corner in the game as a rookie, or was he? He had the highest Pro Football Focus grade at his position, but the Raiders played a ton of zone in his rookie year. But Hobbs did well when he was in man coverage as a rookie, giving up completion 44.4% of the time he was targeted. No touchdowns and a passer rating of 70.6. He also looked good the times he lined up outside, so the new regime gave him a shot at the outside. That actually worked out pretty well until he broke his hand in Week 5 against the Chiefs. Hobbs never did get back to looking the way he did at the beginning of the season, so now there are a lot of questions about him. Is he a zone corner that didn't do as well when he was asked to play more man coverage? Is he a slot corner that didn't do as well when he was asked to play outside more? Can he do it all but just had the misfortune of breaking his hand? Should the Raiders move him back to the slot or give him another shot outside? Either way, Hobbs has to prove his rookie year wasn't a fluke. To me, the main guy that has a lot to prove is head coach Josh McDaniels. A lot of you by your comments on my last video seem to think I don't think McDaniels should be the head coach anymore, but that's not the case at all. All I'm saying is don't kiss the rings of a coach that won them as a coordinator. When it's crunch time, a head coach like Bill Belichick is going to override all his assistants and make his decisions. McDaniels doesn't have a lot of experience making those decisions. We love to hype him up as this quarterback whisperer or this offensive genius, but he hasn't won a doggone thing without Belichick or Tom Brady. The truth of the matter is McDaniels is 17-28 as the head coach, so this year is the time to prove himself as a head coach. The new regime came in, brought in some of their types of players, got rid of some players, and even got rid of the quarterback. No problem. If that ain't your guy, get your guy and let's go. McDaniels has to show he can find his guy and start winning games now. If he doesn't, he'll get fired sometime next season and he'll probably never be a head coach again. The time is now. The NFL is a business that you have to prove it every year, so every Raider has something to prove. Actually, every player in the NFL has something to prove. There are varying degrees, and the Raiders that I named today have the most to prove to me. If Tillery can keep bringing that heat and taking double teams inside, and Hobbs can stay healthy and cover, the Raider defense will be much better. If Ziegler can bring in the necessary reinforcements and find McDaniels a quarterback, and if McDaniels can get along with that quarterback and put him and the rest of the team in position to win games, the Raiders just might have something. Thank you for watching. See you next time.